crafty friends, it's Tracy Hines, aka Nanner Banana. And guess what day it is? Nanner's Thursday Thrift Day, the best day of the week. And we are going to continue with our online thrifting. So this week I'm bringing you a seller who specializes in antique items from France and from America and other countries. Mostly she has French antique documents and items, but she has brought things from America and other countries as well. She's known for her Florentine paper. She does those sales a few times a year. So if you're into those kinds of things, I will have her shop listed in the description. Her channel name is Ink Paper Art. You will love her sales. You get to see, even if you don't buy anything, just attending one of her sales, you learn so much. She used to have an antique shop where she lives, and this is what she does now. Basically sells antiques online. But I highly recommend her shop and would recommend anyone that's wanting to do any kind of journal that is French themed, or you want a Victorian era or older. Her shop is definitely worth checking out for those items. Okay, so I apologize in advance. You can see she sends everything packaged very nicely and securely, so you don't have to worry about anything being damaged or anything like that. But we will just start here. And when I made these purchases, I was thinking of these train journals, so I thought I would go ahead and show this shop now. And we will look at all this goodness together. This is a little children's book. And this is rag paper. Not that I will be using this book to make a journal. This will just go on my shelf. This will not get used for anything but looking at. Yeah. Let's see if there is any other pictures in here. There's not, but isn't that a beautiful little book? Just gorgeous. Love that. And then this is the monthly Family Circle and Polar Annual. And this is from New York. And it was published in 1848. It's amazing what good shape it's in to be that old. I mean, this paper is so thin. It's a wonder it's even still on here. You can see the images, and all of these I can scan and add into my digitals on Ko-Fi. It's one of the reasons why I like to buy antique items from her, is that they are scannable without any copyright issues. I can't wait to read through this. It says happiness. A desire to be happy is inseparable from the constitution of human nature. It is deep-rooted principle and springs up spontaneous in every heart. This is really neat. Then I purchased several of these calligraphy tips. I think they're called nibs. And that's what these boxes are as well. Because I thought it would be fun when I make dangles to put one on each dangle. And look at these boxes. The boxes in themselves are just beautiful. Look at that. That's like where there's just multiples. But I can put the thread through there and hang that on a dangle. I think those will be nice. This box is yellow. Plus, I think these boxes will look cute on a shelf. I have a couple big boxes here of them. So I should have plenty of these for dangles and that sort of thing for a while. When I do my 1920s journal, I'll definitely put some of these on there as well. But you can see how there's a little hole that can be used to hang them from. And I have never seen these anywhere else except her cell. I mean, look at all of these in there. There's so many. I think I am stocked up for those. I will probably not need any more of those in my lifetime. That should keep me in supply. All right. And then I purchased some more men's hat ribbon. I'll be using some of this in the journal series I'm working on now, as well as what I already have. And these are pharmacy labels. I think those are really neat. I was thinking it would be cool to do an Edgar Allan Poe or even like a Sherlock Holmes journal. These would be so cool to use as part of the ephemera, since both of them were addicted to certain pharmaceuticals. And then I have vintage skeleton keys here. I thought these would look cool on the dangles as well. And these are little music cards, and they are, this one says Christmas in My Heart, Tennessee, double N-N-E, double S, double E. Oh, that's cool. That's how I learned how to spell Tennessee too. Let's open these up and see what songs we got. But this will be perfect to put into a Christmas journal. My first formal gown. Oh, that's neat. Love is a dancing thing. If love is good to me. Ostentine. Cradle song. Nightingale song. I had but 50 cents. Make like a bunny, honey. If I live to be 100. So I think I'm going to pull a couple of these for the train journals too. I've got a walkie-talkie. Venus de Milo. Where was that one I had? All right, I think that would work. Okay. All right. Put those back in there. I keep all of my really old vintage and antique items like this in a separate area in my craft room. But I'm going to keep these out for the 3 train journals that I'm making. The soft covered ones. I need one more. And use that as an ephemera. Let me pull out one more. I think I'll do that. If love is good to me. Okay. Right, and then this is German scrap, and I purchased a lot of little kids that I could use in my 1940s journals that I'm wanting to make. I've got a ton of 1940s children's books, and I thought these little children would be perfect for that. And then there's some animals. Well, let me move them off so you can see them. Like kitty cats, and these are authentic. These are not reproductions. Easter, oh, aren't those cute? And some more little children and things. Aren't those adorable? Oh, isn't that cute? I know someone who needs this. I'm going to set that off to the side. Okay. Very cute. I think I got these for some zoos, not zoo, circus journals I've got planned for next year's. Yeah, those are cool. Very neat. All right, let me put these back in their respective containers so they stay nice looking. This is just a sampling of some of the items she'll have at her sale each week. If you want rag paper, she always has rag paper books at her sales. So anyone who's wanting to get rag paper for their journal, she's a great resource for that. You can count on her having that. So I remember that it's there. And I want to use this one to reset soon. Let's see. Do I like that? All right, and then there are these little kits of authentic French documents for doing like a Victorian ladies' journal, that sort of thing. There's a postcard, a cigarette card, a Victorian lady, and then it looks like 3 pieces of document and a large piece of ledger. And then this is, let's see, Le Mode magazine, and it has lots of ads in it. So that'll be neat to make ephemera with. And then, oh my goodness, would you look at this? I love it. Look at that handwriting. That is gorgeous. And again, I can scan all of these things because of how old they are. That's what I love about her sales. And then this is like if you're making a gentleman's journal It comes with ephemera. It's like a little kit she puts together, and they're very affordable, especially for the amount of antique items you're getting. Another one of those. And then these are, let's see, different types of stock certificates. Let's see how many there are in here. It's like quite a few. All right, let's go through these. These will be so neat to do in any type, when I do my 1920s journals. I think these will look cool in those, and I'll be able to use authentic documents as well. These can also be copied, and wouldn't they just be pretty as just pages in journals, like if you're color coordinating, things like that, with all the different colors. But like I said, I like to use as many authentic documents in my journals as I can, because I think it just, Rockwell Manufacturing Company, that is really neat. But I would highly suggest that you check out her channel. She also does kits, and does sort of like a model like what I do, where she's on a much larger scale. It's nothing for her to sell over 100 kits, and then you can do on Fridays where you guys make the kits together and end up with a journal. She does a 365 series where she shows you different types of ephemera every day of the week. And then she does her sales on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So definitely check her channel out. Again, it'll be listed down below. And definitely go to one of her sales. Even if you're just a spectator, you learn so much, and you get to see items that you may not even know exist. It's really fun. There's a lot of chit chat in the comments, that sort of thing. So I would highly recommend her. I want to show you these stamps from the 1800s too, and I want to see if they still work or not. Even if they don't, they'll be going up on my shelf. All right, those are cool. And I've got a huge supply of those. I honestly don't remember buying that many, but those are cool. There. This is going on my shelf. Let me put this back into a bag until I'm ready to scan it or use it. This one's going on a shelf. And then these will be used as dangles. I'll be using that. Okay. And let's see, we'll do an experiment and see if these still work. Yes, can't wait. Get a scrap piece of paper. And all I have here right now, actually, I think I've got some stays on here, but I'll just use the distress ink for now. It's fine. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that's so cool. That is so neat. I love that. Ah, that is neat. And it's a date stamp. I don't know that these will move. They might, but I don't know that I care, honestly. I think I'm good with it even just being, this is the only image I can stamp. upside down that time. Okay, let's try again. Right. Let me get a different ink pad, one that might work better. Let me get my brown stays on pad out. This isn't probably very impressive, I don't know to you guys, but I think it's so cool to have a stamp this old that actually still makes an image, because these are made out of metal, not rubber. Oh yeah, this is juicy. We will see what we get. Oh yeah, look at that. That's neat. That is so cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to have to put that in the train journals too. On one of the pages, it'll have to get a stamp on it. All right, let me clean that off. Okay, there's that. Now I want to see about this one, what it says. Looks like just a number, maybe. I don't know if it's upside right or ups. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so cool. I love it. Look, like these little tags here. Won't that be neat to add that detail? And again, these are old. These are antique. How neat is that? Love it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to go check out Ink Paper Art. And I'm going to link her channel down below. She has sales on Tuesdays and Thursdays. She does the 365 series where she's showing you how to make different ephemera each day of the week. As well as on Friday, she does a craft with me where she shows you how to take her kit and make a journal. So don't forget to keep it cute, keep it crafty, and keep making something out of nothing. Bye.